Oh, y'all want me to let y'all in on a fun fact? Got a fun fact for y'all. So, do y'all know how numbers... Oh, Nelson Nelly.
Finally, he decided to make regular bread. Like who makes bread in the microwave? I guess he does, but to each its right.
At this point, guys, I don't know if we're still making Asian bread or regular bread, but I do know that we are making bread. So how I see it is, as long as we're making bread, we're still learning the craft and the art of making bread so that in the future, we can make good Asian breads. So I guess let's just keep making breads despite where they're from and who they're for. And hopefully in the future, it helps us with some Asian things. Let's go. At least when it's time to dive into another culture, we'll have the bread out the way. Hopefully, I think. I don't know. We don't even know what kind of bread it is. So yeah, just come on. It's just something about coming in here on a slide. It makes me feel like I'm on Mission Impossible or something. But today we have some more bread. Obviously, we have biscuit bread. I shall say biscuit bread. We have milk bread biscuits. Milk bread biscuits, I think. I'm really not sure the exact thing that they are, but they look like biscuits. Only thing is, we're not baking them, we're pan frying them, but you can pan fry biscuits. So yeah, we're just gonna go with milk bread biscuits. We got all the ingredients already panned out per usual, but today we have something new, and that's baking powder. If I'm not mistaken, we have yet to use baking powder in any of our dishes. We use baking soda, but never. Wait a minute. So you meaning to tell me I used baking soda in one of my dishes when I was supposed to use baking powder? I gotta go back and check that, cause no way. It still came out good, but no way. But yeah, that's it. It's already done now. I'm still here, so hey, here's what it is. But we got milk, all-purpose flour, some baking powder, cooking oil, and then I have this right here. Nothing's in here, but it requires for a pinch of salt. I was gonna put some salt in here just to already have it done, but that's a waste of dishes. So what we're gonna do is when it's time to put in the pinch of salt, I'm gonna go grab a pinch of salt and I'm gonna put that sucker in there and it'll be done. Let's get cooking. But before I add all these ingredients, can I be 100% honest with y'all right now? I am so tired of making bread. It's bread. I feel like we can only get so much out of just raw bread. But hey, we started something and we gotta finish it. And to be honest, I still have a lot that I can learn, because if you were to tell me to make you some bread right now without any ingredients, I couldn't. So we're gonna keep on doing this thing. But I tell y'all, I am tired of making bread. It's fun, but I'm tired of bread. Let me see something. Uh-oh. I hadn't used this in a long time. In a long time. In a long time. In a long. Baking powder. Ka-chow. Ka-chow. Ka-chow, ka-chow, ka-chow. Pinch. Bow. Am I okay? Milk. Where's Earl? Here he is. I think it's pretty cool whenever we can add all the ingredients at once, because it sparks my curiosity as to why these other people have me adding in things in this order and in this order and in this order. Because I know it's a science, but why is this not a science? What makes this science different than the last science? You see what I'm saying, guys? Let's stir up though. Or shall I say knead up? I mean, we are technically stirring this, but aren't we kneading it as well, because we're about to turn it into a ball of dough so that it can proof? Makes you think. Now, I'm not sure if we're supposed to let this rest, but I think that we should practice good habits and just let it rest for at least 30 minutes, because in the guided video, they don't let it rest, but we're practicing good habits, so we're gonna let it rest for at least 30 minutes, at least. We'll do a soft rest, nothing too humidified. Hey guys, how's it going? Y'all want me to let y'all in on a fun fact? Got a fun fact for y'all. So, do y'all know how numbers were made? Like, does it ever spark your curiosity? How did they come up with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Think about it. I'll give you a second. Seconds up. So look, numbers came up because of angles. So look at it. 1, no angles. 1, 2, the number 2. Angle, 2, the number 3. Angle. Y'all see? Hey, look, I'm not trying to toot my horn or nothing, but future baby cheeks. I'm full of fun facts, baby. You never get bored with a shrimp like me. All right, shrimps. So, things are done resting. It looks the same size pretty much. Yeah, it feels the same. That was actually a very pointless rest. Wow. But that makes sense though, because we didn't use any yeast and we didn't use any water. We used a pinch of salt, no sugar. So I guess that makes sense. We only use milk as our liquid and oil. But yeah, it feels good. Smells like dough. I wish it smelled like milk. Oh, what if they had milk bread that had the soft, plush consistency of bread, but the rich, just, mouth-watering taste of some milk. Fairlife to be exact. I'm not sponsored by them, I swear I'm not. But Fairlife is just so good, like, it's so good. Hey, Fairlife, sponsor me. I've been drinking y'all milk for a decade, and I hadn't looked back since. Y'all should really think about sponsoring your boy. Every single time I put flour on here and put down this big ass thing of dough, dang, curse word, sorry. Dude, it makes me think of like those very like cinematic shots that they have where they're like throwing the flour on there and it's like in slow-mo, and then they come with the dough and they're like, boom, and it's like, y'all know what I'm talking about. All right, now we just gotta roll your boat, gently cross the pastry mat, and we'll be fine. I don't know how big it's supposed to be though, so we just go roll until it's a size that I think is right. Okay, I actually think that my skills are getting better. So look, if y'all realize that's the same, that's the same, that's the same, that's the same, and that's the same, but all three of these are different because I didn't want to waste any dough. We can't be wasteful, so I made sure that I used every single bit of the dough. But guess what I had to do to use all the dough? I had to keep on making it back into a perfect little ball and roll it out and get it to a good shape until we got down to the last ball that only was able to be turned into a ball. Then I had to roll it out with the roller and make it into a circle. So I think that we're actually getting kind of good, guys. But it is time to start the cooking process. So, well, the cooking process kind of already started. So let me say it's time to start the frying process. So let me go preheat that oven. Wait, did I say oven? I meant stove, because we're cooking in a cast iron today. If you don't have a cast iron, you might want to invest in one. All right, I'm kind of at a crossroad, guys. Should I let these rest or should I just throw them in the pan? I mean, it wouldn't hurt to let them rest for 15 minutes, right? So let's give them a 15-minute rest. Let's let them rest. So some of them did kind of increase in size, but the really flat ones, they didn't do anything at all. I really don't know how long to cook these, so we're just gonna let them cook and hopefully they don't burn. Look at the bubble. Look at it. Oh, poke. Ow. Oh. All right, guys, well, things are done. They smell good, they look good. Let me get a closer smell. Oh, it smells so good. It smells like something. I don't know what it smells like. It does smell like bread, but it smells, I don't know. Maybe that's just the cooked oil that I'm smelling. These are reminding me of something though. They're reminding me of English muffins. I don't know if any of you have ever had an English muffin. I don't even think I've ever had an English muffin, but I've seen one and these kind of look like English muffins. But look at the size comparison between the two. So this is the one that I had to make with the leftovers, and this is the one that I was able to cut. So if I did this again, I would definitely cut thicker squares or thicker circles. Why did I say squares? Y'all know what I meant. Things still have a good softness to them though. Yep, a good airy softness with a good little layer of, you know, I guess firmness, crispiness. I don't really know how to put that into perspective for y'all, but it's a good firm, crispy outside and a soft inside, we hope. It feels like it's a soft inside, but we'll only know if the inside is soft if we eat it, right? So many options though. I want a fluffy one. Let's go with the fluffy. Let's see what we got. Let's see what we got. Ooh, Nelson Nelly. Now it smells like bread, okay. So I think that other smell that I was smelling on the outside was just the cooking oil, to be honest, from it frying on the outside of the bread. But the inside smells like just a regular bread with no flavor. I can already tell this is not gonna have any flavor because I don't smell like nothing else but flour. Oh, wow. All right. I'll be honest here. These things are hella dry, but they taste like biscuits. That's crazy. I made the guess that they were biscuits because they look like biscuits, and they actually do taste like biscuits. No, yeah, these definitely taste like biscuits. I think that we just made some milk bread biscuits. Milk biscuits. Now these are something that y'all can make before work because yeah, I did let the dough rest, but I'm pretty sure you don't have to let the dough rest because it's milk. It's just straight milk. It's not too much rising that takes place whenever that happened. Y'all saw it. We rested them and they barely rose, so I don't think it matters. But the reason I say breakfast is, for one, like I told y'all, it tastes like a biscuit. And for two, oh my goodness, hear me out here. Hear me out here. Y'all know about McGriddles, right? This is basically a McGriddle without the syrup infused. So it's a bland McGriddle. Now think about this. Think about this. You take this here, you fry you up an egg, but a good egg. I'm talking not just salt and pepper. I'm a big sucker for putting Tony's on my scrambled eggs or on my fried eggs. So you go put a little Tony's on that sucker, and so give it that bold taste. Ooh, just thinking about Tony's makes me want to sneeze. And then you go fry down some bacon, okay? Doesn't matter what kind of bacon y'all use. I would say fry down some type of like maple bacon, something that's sweet. Then get you some sausage, skin sausage, not skinless. You can either do sausage patties or you can do the skin on sausage. Then you want to take a little bit of cheese, not too much. I would go with cheddar cheese if I was you because cheddar has that more, I don't know, sharp taste. You can actually taste cheddar on things, okay? And then it's your choice of moisture. So do you want to go with jelly or do you want to go with syrup? Or do you want to get healthy and go with avocado? I'm getting hungry, y'all. I will say though, aside from the, good concoctions that we can make with this here, I really appreciate how soft the inside was. Like, yes, I did expect it to be soft because, it's soft to the squeeze, but when you actually eat it, this thing is satisfyingly soft. Like, this is some good, soft bread. I'm not sure if it's the milk that made it this soft or what, but man, I would definitely make these again with a good breakfast. I would even make these again with a good lunch. They're so versatile. Like, it's not really nothing that you can limit them to or just be like, oh, they can only be used for this. Nah, these are versatile. You can dip them in something, swipe them in something, lay them on something, wipe it on something. I don't know, anything. Overall though, I love them. They don't have any flavor, but what can you expect? It's bread. I feel like we're very, I feel like our brains are tainted on what bread really is. Bread's not supposed to have a flavor. Well, there is no right or wrong in if bread should have flavor, but you shouldn't go into eating bread looking for a flavor, you see? So with that being said, I could actually eat these by themselves because as you chew down on them a little more, It does add some moisture to it, and it's not as dry as it was when I first kind of, I don't know, just bit into it. Like your first bite and a couple chews is gonna be very dry. But then once you chew, it moistens up. I like it. And if I was a shrimp and I had to eat some food or go scavenge for some food, I would definitely scavenge for this. I would even keep this in the back pocket or stuffed up under me or something like that. Cause hey, this is a quick, easy snack. It tastes good, it's soft, it has a good, you know, firm, crispy outside. I still don't know what we should call the outside, but overall 10-10. And y'all let me know in the comments, does this remind y'all of an English muffin? Cause I can't be tripping. I can't be tripping. It's been a while since I've seen an English muffin, but I don't think that my brain is playing tricks on me. This has to look like an English muffin. Well, I hope you guys took something from today, because I feel like the dish that we did today wasn't too hard at all, but it still gave us a good, moist, rich bread. Not just some, you know, BS microwave bread. So for all my entry-level people, if y'all are looking for a bread to try, y'all should maybe try that one as well. All of these dishes that we are making are pretty much entry-level, but an entry-level dish with a little less preparation, that one right there, the milk biscuits, or I don't know what we're gonna call them yet. Yeah, milk biscuits, that's what we're gonna call them. But until next time, if you're in the ocean and you're swimming, then you're damn sure shrimping. I didn't want to spend too much because I was gonna get dizzy. See y'all later though. Ciao. It was fun.